Next we have Raider, big boy, the biggest boy Raider, which I played a bunch of him. I think on stream, saw me play quite a bit of Raider. Personally, I believe Raider is in B tier. I honestly believe that the Raider is the worst class in the game. Now, once again, I'm not saying that Raider is terrible and unusable and just not viable, because he is. Every knight like fair can be used effectively and do really well. And I have a lot of experience with Raider, so I'm speaking from experience when I say I think he is the least effective knight fair out of all of them. Now, Raider can do crazy stagger. He does crazy stance damage. If you're two-handing, if you're power stance and colossal weapons, you will do big chunky damage. You'll do big chunky stagger, and then you can go straight into criticals and just hit like a freaking truck. You can also power through attacks with his skill to you like headbutt or do his big mega punch roar. And so you feel like tanky and you feel damagey, and he can feel really good to play. The reason why I think he's the worst class in the game is A, stamina management. It's really hard to have good stamina management with Raider because you're doing so much jump power stance attacking, you're just blasting through your stamina really hard. And sometimes in a critical moment you need to dodge, and you've just like done your jumping attack and you can't dodge because you have no stamina to do so. So stamina management can be very tough with Raider. The other downside I'd say is he's slow. Because you're doing so much jump attacking, because your attack's so slow with these huge weapons, you can find yourself swinging and missing, or just not being able to get, close enough to Night Lords specifically. I think like he's the weakest when fighting Night Lords is because they move around so much, it can be hard to stay on them and do consistent damage because he's much slower due to all of these slow attacks. Stamina difficulty managing stamina. Other than that, his skill is almost useless against most Night Lords because of how mobile they are. He's basically standing still when using his skill, and although you can power through some damage that Night Lords do to decent effect, you're not going to get the reward of like his headbutt or his big punch on them, because by the time that attack comes out, the Night Lord has already moved away. So it feels kind of frustrating and not fun moments to like constantly not get a hit out. Like if you time it just right, you can kind of get some of them where you're either sacrificing the damage mitigation for the hit or you're sacrificing the hit for the damage mitigation. Usually you don't get both out of his like character skill.